Hi guys, so we are coming to the end of chemotherapy. This is my last chemo today, my last one of round 6. In the description box down below are the 2 different types of chemotherapies that I have undergone, so you can go and see the 2 types because I'm very terrible at pronouncing them basically. So yesterday I had the radiation marks put on because after chemotherapy I'm going to be doing radiation. 20 rounds of that every single day apart from Friday and Saturday and holidays, but I don't know whether if a holiday falls on the time when I'm having my radiation. So I'm going to show you where they place the markings for my radiation. I thought it was going to be like underneath my bra line, but it's actually right there, so that's one of them. So you can see how small it is. You wouldn't be able to see it if you weren't looking for it. So on the right hand side you can see I have a couple of moles. So this is a mole, this is a mole, and this right here is the other marking on my right side. So you can see in comparison how small that actually is. And then there's the other one right there on the, so this is the right hand side, sorry, the other side was the left hand side. Did I say left? I think so. These are permanent markings. They will never go away. They're actually tattooed on. So the reason for that is, so back in the day they used to do it with Sharpies. So they basically put stickers on you in order to line it up with the lasers on the actual radiation machine, which is basically like a CAT scan. And basically they would do it with a Sharpie. So you can imagine every single time you would go in, that would like take about 15 to 20 minutes to line you up and line the machine up. Because I think that appointment did take about 20 to 30 minutes. So on top of that, then you would do your radiation after. But now all I need to do is just go into the hospital and just lie down, get my radiation done and go home. So yeah, these markings are permanent and they didn't hurt. They just felt like a regular needle. So it didn't really hurt. Also in that area that it was in as well, because it's quite tender there, but no, it didn't hurt. It was fine. If I am scared of needles and I can't handle pain that much, then you can do that too. So last week I made myself a t-shirt using my Cricut maker, and I borrowed the Cricut hot press from my friend. So this is the top that I'm going to be wearing today. So do I have any worries about going into round 6 of my chemotherapy? And no, I absolutely do not. And the reason why I advocated for myself last time, and I told my oncologist that I was really struggling with the pain last time. So on chemo 4, it was really bad. But she gave me some very good, strong medication. So I'm really not bothered about that, because round 5 was a little bit better. I had a little bit of aches and pains in my calf muscles, but that was pretty much it. So on top of my pain medication, I have that injection for my white blood cells tomorrow. And also I get told to take a Claritin, because Claritin really helps with that bone and muscular ache. It has to be Claritin, it can't be any other allergy tablet. Helps to take away the pains in your body. So I need to remember to take them for a whole week. I forgot to do that last time, so I'm hoping that that will also help with the aches and pains that I had last time. Them slight ones, really slight ones. But other than that, I didn't have much side effects other than the loss of taste, which they can't really do about, and obviously the fatigue. So I'm going to get really fatigued on this week of the chemo, and then the second week of chemo, and then about the 3rd week I start to feel better. So I have to confirm a radiation appointment. It should be at the end of November. But yeah, this is my last chemo. How cool is that? I also need to give a shout out to my mum, who made this lovely pillowcase for me. I actually thought it was printed on fabric, but she actually fabric dyed this. So this is fabric dyed, and she did the beading herself. I just think it's absolutely wonderful. She did a fantastic job. So a shout out to my mummy. So I had my blood work done yesterday, and she struggled to find a vein again. It doesn't matter how much I drink, they struggle. So this is all bruised up. And you can't quite see it, but in my hand it's a little bit bruised where she took it from. So the one thing that I was quite happy about is I got the port installed. They can't do it on your blood work, so I think it's like an IV line. I don't think they're qualified to put a needle into the IV. But it just goes to show how much your veins start taking a toll over time. I don't know why I have a problem with it, but definitely the port is the way to go. I'm gonna ring the bell. Yes! Well done, well done.
I get to do that in the 4 weeks. Yeah.
So there you go, guys. That was my last chemotherapy. That was round 6 of my chemotherapy, the last of my chemotherapy. So now we move on to radiation. And before that, on the 22nd of November, I'm going to have another MRI done. And that is because something showed up on my liver that time, not so long back ago. And they want to make sure, and I want to make sure there is nothing to worry about. So I've got that to do again to make sure that that's the same size, etc, etc. My port is going to get taken out on the 8th of December, and I'm anticipating my first set of radiations to start at the end of November. I haven't got them confirmed yet, but they wanted to make sure that I was having this last chemo, and that's all done. So my radiologist will see that come up on notifications, so I should get my appointments for the radiation. And like I said in the last video, I am going to be having 20 rounds of radiation. It's going to be 1.5 minutes, so 30 seconds each time. So yeah, I'm not quite worried about that, because when I went to my last appointment, he answered a lot of my questions and a lot of the anxiety around that with the tattoos and stuff, which I showed you, and they were nothing. So yeah, I worry about nothing quite a lot, so I need to stop doing that, stop worrying over nothing, because I end up worrying over things and it ends up not being as bad as what I originally think it's going to be. So I'm not anticipating any really bad side effects going forward. I know I've got a really high doses of medication, and I'm going to start taking that tomorrow. I like to get the dosage up, so when I know that I'm going to start feeling bad on the Monday, then it's not going to be as bad, because I started earlier in order to stop that from happening. Like I said, my 4th chemo was absolutely horrific. It was the worst thing, but when I went back and I told her about it, she was able to change my medication to make it a stronger dosage. So please don't do what I do and try and grin and bear it. Like, speak to your oncologist and they will sort you out with some higher pain medication. So don't think that you have to go through this in any pain, because you don't. Open your mouth, be a good advocate for yourself, and it's always about asking a lot of questions. I'm also not going to stop my cancer journey here. I'm obviously going to be telling you guys what my radiation is going to be like, what the outcome of that is going to be like. I'm not anticipating any burns or scarring, because they seem like, if I follow everything, if I put all the creams on and stuff and be really vigilant with that. And I was just speaking to somebody in the quilt shop just before, and she was saying how she wished she hadn't have worn a bra, because when you wear tight clothing, I think it makes it worse. So I'm thinking now, with the winter coming, I can actually get away with not wearing a bra, because I can wear a thicker jacket and just go to my appointment. And then obviously I work from home because I have my own business. I really can get away with not wearing a bra or anything too tight across my breast area. So I am going to be really vigilant with doing that sort of thing. So I just want to minimize the effect of anything to do with the radiation and make sure that I just don't have any long-term effects from any of all this. So I'm hopefully going to give some tips to you along the way. I also want to show you my hair regrowth. I also want to show you when my eyelashes grow back and when my eyebrows grow back. I think this is such important. Like, I don't just want to stop doing these videos for the people that have followed along so far, because like even myself, when I look at some of people's cancer journeys, they just kind of stop at a certain place. It's that like, well, what about your eyebrows? What about your eyelashes? These are all valid things that people in our shoes want to know about. So I am going to do some more videos on my cancer journey, and I hope that you appreciate that. I did treat myself today, so I'm going to have to show you, because you guys know that this is a sewing and quilting channel. So I bought myself some more jelly rolls from Tilda. I love Tilda. It's very expensive fabric. It's a jelly roll, so I got the Bon Voyage in it. I also got the Windy Days in it. I just love the colours. The colours are really nice. And I also got, which one's this one? This is Maple Farm. Just look at the colours, they're so nice. And I know that 4 jelly rolls make up a king size quilt. And when I started this whole cancer journey, I started to do a English paper piece and quilt, which I haven't been diligent on following through right now, but I'm going to get a riddle on and start finishing that up, get it to being a king size quilt. I've tried to make king size quilts before, and I've never followed through in making them a king size quilt. So this is going to be my treat to myself for finishing off all of my chemos, guys. This is my little present to myself. I also got 3 meters of each of this yellow and this pink, because I love it. And I also got some like shimmer fabric. I don't even know if you can pick that up. It's a little bit shimmery. So I got these 2 pinks, and I'm going to make some Christmas decorations for my tree. So this one of my YouTube videos that I did, where it was a pin cushion with a flower. I'm not quite sure if that one's uploaded just yet or not. I think it has. I've been scheduling a load of my videos, so I've lost track of what's uploaded and what hasn't uploaded. But I'm going to do some Christmas decorations out of this pink. So I like pink, and I want my Christmas decorations to be pink. And Christmas decorations are really expensive, and I feel I can do them so much cheaper if I just make them myself. I also got some like silver sparkle buttons that I got from Michael's that I'm just going to sew in the middle, so it's like really sparkly. And I think I'm going to put some pink sequins on there as well, so it's going to be like really sparkly. So yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed my last chemo treatment today. It was very exciting. I was going to be a lot more, I was going to be a lot more emotional than what I was, and I thought I was going to cry, but I didn't. So yeah, yay me. So we've gone through the worst of it. I would say that the chemo is going to be the worst of it because of just all the side effects that comes with chemo. And I don't think you get as many side effects from the radiation as what you do with chemo. So yeah, chemotherapy is hard on your body, but I also want to show the positive sides of chemotherapy, because I think chemotherapy gets a lot of stick. So I just don't want people to be worried about the word chemotherapy, because it can be scary. Chemotherapy and cancer can be hard when you get told it, but I just want you to know that just because you've been diagnosed with cancer or you've been told you have to get chemotherapy, I just don't want you to worry. Really, don't worry. I'm going to be tracking my hair regrowth and stuff for you guys, so you can see. And do you know what? Your hair loss is, at the grand scheme of things, it's nothing. I mean, it bothers me. Don't get me wrong. But there's other things you can do, like getting wigs and stuff. So anyway, I've waffled on a bit too long, but thank you very much for being with me and supporting me. I love you guys when you comment down below. That's really great. And it also helps my channel. It helps other people like you find me. So please comment below, give me a thumbs up, and subscribe. Subscribe if you're enjoying this, especially if you're sewer and quilter. I have over 400 videos. I'm nearly at 500 videos of sewing and quilting. So if that is something that you find interesting, then please subscribe to my channel. And also, I've done so many of my cancer journey videos as well. So you're going to find a lot of useful information on there as well. So just subscribe. The more the merrier. Thank you guys. Bye.